vciso.au Cyberwatch, June 13, 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief, powered by vciso.au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. 1. Ransomware alert, sgapl.com.au, listed among victims. A ransomware group known as Skeggs Goldstein has claimed responsibility for breaching sgapl.com.au, threatening to release company data publicly on June 24, 2025. This notice was posted on a dark web portal as part of a wider intimidation tactic. The attack indicates growing activity from extortion groups targeting Australian businesses. It underscores the importance of timely detection, rapid response, and data encryption to prevent reputational and operational fallout. Ransomware groups are increasingly using public exposure as leverage. vciso.au recommends: ensure regular offline backups and conduct ransomware tabletop drills. Deploy endpoint detection and isolate affected systems without delay. 2. CISA releases 10 Industrial Control Systems Advisories. CISA released 10 Industrial Control Systems (ICS) advisories on June 12, 2025. These advisories provide timely information about current security issues, vulnerabilities, and exploits surrounding ICS. Siemens Technomatics Plant Simulation, Siemens RuggedCom APE 1808, Siemens Scalance and RuggedCom, Siemens Scalance and RuggedCom, Siemens Simatic S7 1500 CPU Family, Siemens Energy Services, Aveva PI Data Archive, Aveva PI Web API, Aveva PI Connector for Signet, PT's Optics and other pan-tilt zoom cameras, Sinotrack GPS receiver, Hitachi Energy Reliant, 670, 650, SAM 600 IO series, Micro DICOM viewer, Assured Telematics Inc., ATI, Fleet Management System, Update A, vciso.au, recommends: review vendor advisories and prioritize patching based on risk exposure. Isolate OT networks and apply deep protocol inspection for ICS traffic. 3. Graphite spyware delivered via iOS zero-click exploit, CVE 2025-43200. A zero-click vulnerability in Apple's iMessage system, CVE 2025-43200, has enabled remote spyware deployment on iPhones without any user interaction. The exploit used malicious iCloud links containing images or videos and affected high-risk individuals like journalists. The spyware, known as Graphite, and linked to mercenary threat actors, remained stealthy and invisible to the victims. Apple silently patched the flaw in February 2025, with public disclosure delayed until June. The incident raises concerns about mobile surveillance and targeted espionage. vciso.au recommends: enable lockdown mode for high-risk roles and enforce rapid iOS patching. Deploy MTD tools to detect zero-click or stealth spyware on mobile devices. 4. Victoria's Secret restores systems following major cyber incident. Retail giant Victoria's Secret has recovered critical systems following a serious cyber attack on May 24, 2025. The breach forced the shutdown of corporate infrastructure and its online platform, disrupting global operations. While full functionality has been restored, investigations are ongoing with assistance from external cyber experts. The company operates over 1,300 stores and reported $1.35 billion in Q1 revenue. The attack highlights the vulnerabilities of retail and e-commerce businesses to business continuity threats. vciso.au recommends: update recovery plans and run regular simulations for business disruption events. Verify supply chain partners meet equivalent cybersecurity baselines. 5. Cloudflare confirms KV outage. Was operational, not security-related. Cloudflare experienced a significant outage stemming from a failure in its workers' KV system, a core component of its serverless infrastructure. The disruption affected key services like AI inference, edge computing, and content delivery. The company confirmed the issue was not caused by a cyber attack, and no customer data was compromised. Full service was restored within hours. The incident emphasizes the impact of availability failures in critical third-party platforms used across enterprises. vciso.au recommends: review third-party SLA risks and incorporate failover for critical cloud services. Ensure real-time alerting is in place for outages in key service providers. 6. Ransomware groups, exploiting unpatched simple help flaws. CISA has disclosed that ransomware actors are actively exploiting unpatched simple help RMM software to breach organizations through remote access. These flaws, CVE 2024-57726 to 57728, allow attackers to escalate privileges and gain control over internal systems. The attackers then conduct double extortion by encrypting data and threatening leaks. This campaign has notably affected a utility billing software provider and several downstream clients. RMM tools are attractive targets due to their elevated access. vciso-au recommends update simple help to the latest version and restrict access to RMM interfaces. Conduct log audits for signs of compromise in RMM environments since January. 7. Massive ATO campaign hits. Microsoft Entra ID users. Over 80,000 Microsoft Entra ID, formerly Azure AD accounts have been targeted in a large-scale campaign using the open-source team filtration framework. The attackers performed credential stuffing and password spraying, leveraging Microsoft Teams APIs and AWS infrastructure to gain access. Many victims had MFA disabled or weak password policies in place. The incident began in late 2024 and has led to unauthorized access to services like Outlook, OneDrive, and Teams. It represents a growing threat to cloud identity security. vciso-au recommends enforce MFA for all users and monitor Entra ID logs for unusual activity. Harden Teams and Cloud API usage with conditional access and geo-blocking. 8. Ransomware exposure list. Last 24 hours United States. ramlaw.com, law firm. Lake Region Healthcare, Healthcare. Christian Brothers Academy, Education, Canada. Eagle Builders, Construction, Spain. Mont-Saint-Benet, Hospitality and Tourism, France. French Gov, PYVS, Public Sector. Clinique Alaray Labrouste, Healthcare. Singapore, Cryoviva, Healthcare, Biotech. Unknown country, Fraser and Bowles, law firm, possibly US-based but not confirmed. Final note from vciso-au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yelamati.